Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot and welcome to the month of April. This is going to be your monthly reading for April. I have the Astromatrix tarot cards here. We're going to do a traditional Celtic cross spread for you, Scorpio. And the message I have for you for the month of April as an overview message is that you are feeling inspired to have communication about something that you are passionate about. You are moving towards a person, place, or thing to have that conversation, to find out those details, to clear something up. Let's start your Celtic cross spread, Scorpio. We'll begin with the recent past and the current position for you, and the crossing energy or the challenge, and what's on your mind. And down below in the subconscious, maybe buried from your awareness, as we move into the near future, and your external environment, and your internal energy, your hopes and fears, and your final outcome. I'm going to use the Priestess of Light oracle cards as an oracle overview for you. So an oracle is a little different than the tarot cards in that oracle messages are simply just messages, really. And they are just in line with whatever the artist's, theme of the card deck is. So they're still powerful, they're still meaningful, they're still definitely divine in my opinion, but they're different than tarot. So oracle card for the sign of Scorpio for the month of April: sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, and prayer. Card number 50. This lovely being having their hands on this, what looks like a very ancient old tree. And it almost feels like this person is receiving a message or power of some kind from the tree, from the ancient roots. You know, those trees are so old and they're full of wisdom and knowledge. This person either is receiving something and sending back gratitude, or simply just placing their hands on that tree and giving it lots of love. I'm getting even the message of Reiki energy, placing their palms on that tree and sending universal energy back into the tree that goes back into them. And it's that whole figure 8, universal symbol. Sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, and prayer. So be mindful of this as your oracle card for the month of April. Be mindful of this energy, Scorpio. You might come back to this reading as April progresses, or even as April comes to an end, and just see if this energy rang true. Your recent past energy is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a mover, but they're a slow mover. They've got their goals in mind. They've got their journey ahead of them. They have dreams and wishes and goals, and that they're going to make an investment in something. It can be a relationship, a job, their home. They're going to do it, but they're going to take their sweet time doing it. They need to save their money. They need to develop their resume. They need to work on themselves before they put themselves into a partnership situation. They have a lot of work to do, but they're not moving fast. They're taking their time. And I think that this is your recent past energy. I'm proud of you, Scorpio. I think that you are not rushing into things, and that is really profoundly good. So your recent past, as you enter April, you're just going at it slow and steady. And slow and steady, in my opinion, wins the race. So excellent. Your current energy is another knight. So you're definitely on the move, Scorpio, but this time in your current energy, you're on the move in regard to romance. You know, the image I just got was in an effort to romance yourself. Maybe for the first time in your life, you're able to slow down and ask yourself, what do you like? What do you need? What do you want? What matters to you? You know, the Knight of Cups is a very romantic energy. It's a very emotional energy. They're moving towards what fulfills them emotionally. They're moving towards either someone or something, but there's a goal in mind, to try to, it's this movement towards them. And I'm just feeling that this is towards yourself. I think you're moving towards yourself, maybe for the first time in your life. You're finally able to not be deprived of the ability to have the time and the energy and the effort, maybe even the money, to spend on you. Maybe you've lived your whole life pleasing everybody else, partners, parents, siblings, children, workplaces, and you are finally in this month of April in this energy of, I just want to please myself. I want to be my own best friend. I want to romance and love myself. It's not that we'll never have a partner. It's just that right now, maybe you just need to focus on you. What's challenging that is your wishes being fulfilled. So with you not rushing into things, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, neither one of those are fast. They're slow. They take their time. They are all about emotions and physical realities. And the Nine of Cups is about being pleased with your wishes being fulfilled. It's kind of like, you know, you blew out the candles on the birthday cake and your wish came true right away. And in this instance, it's coming in as a challenge. So how are you going to get your wishes met and your wishes fulfilled if you're not rushing towards them? Again, I'm going to bring it back to, maybe for the first time in your life, you're able to slow down. And that might make it feel like you're not getting what you want out of life because you've never been able to take your time to do that. That's why I think this is a challenge. What's on your mind is the Queen of Swords. And again, I'm going to bring it back to, maybe for the first time in your life, you've never been able to speak your truth without worrying how it would land on everybody else. This Queen of Swords brings in that air energy, which is not emotional, which is forward thinking, which is truthful. Sometimes, you know, they say brutal honesty or the truth hurts. That's definitely the Queen of Swords. While though I think that the Queen of Swords is fair and equitable and plays the game of life very strategically, this is on your mind. So Scorpio, I think that you are embodying this Queen of Swords energy. They call her the Ice Queen. And it's female, feminine energy, but you don't have to be a female to have this kind of energy ring true. This Queen of Swords is the more introspective version of the King of Swords. So the Queen is the feminine energy, the receiving energy of the air qualities. So she is thinking very clearly. She is reigning and speaking her truth when she needs to. And if somebody crosses her boundaries, she's going to, that sword is to cut people, places, and things out of her life that no longer serve her. So I feel as if in the month of April, Scorpio, you are going to be very deliberate about your time and who gets a piece of that. Your Queen of Swords is going to be heavy on your mind, front and center. And you're going to speak your truth when you need to. You're going to say what you mean and mean what you say. You're going to deliver things in a very non-emotional way. Some people might not like that, but some people aren't for you in the first place. So keep this in mind as you go through the month of April. See if this rings true for you. Down in the core of your being, in the bottom of your spread, maybe even in just your subconscious, it could be hidden from you, is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is the ruling planet of the sign of Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but this is about, Jupiter is about good luck and good fortune. Mostly Jupiter is about expansion. So whatever Jupiter casts its glow on expands. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. If you're casting your glow on your finances, lo and behold, the finances expand. If you're casting your glow on your health or your money or your time, suddenly you have more of those things. So the Wheel of Fortune is karmic energy. It's forward momentum. The wheel is always turning. And I'm going to even go so far as to say the wheel is turning in your favor. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. The future energy, excuse me, I get tongue-tied, is the Empress. I freaking love this for you, Scorpio, because this is beauty. This is adoration. This is feeling exalted in your environment. This is being the queen or the king of your castle. The Empress is the embodiment, the feminine energy, of course. So again, back to like what I said about the queen, you don't have to be a female to receive this feminine energy archetype, but the Empress is always pregnant with an actual physical child or possibilities and potentials and opportunities. There's always something going on with the Empress. There's always new things cooking up within her. And this can be you're just improving the aesthetic of your home. You are upgrading your vehicles. You are looking in your closet and making a drastic change in your attire, things that you wear, your makeup. It's just ruled by the planet Venus. And Venus is the ruling planet of the sign of Taurus and Libra. So Libra is present in the Queen of Swords energy. And so you might be dealing with a Libra in the near future. But this is just you, I feel, really embodying this energy of the Empress, which is, she is all four queens rolled into one. So not only are you having the Queen of Swords on your mind, but you're also pulling in the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. And you are just, I'm going to say, sitting pretty as the month of April opens. Your environment. Your environment can be your workplace, your family, just your home in general. And the energy of the environment for you is the King of Pentacles. And this says, very fortunate. This is abundance. This is earth energy. So we could be talking Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. And the king is the more extroverted, the more action oriented, the more wise, external energy. This king makes money moves. The king makes power moves. The king makes sure he secures his environment. He is going to watch over everybody, protect everybody. It's kind of daddy energy or even grandfather energy. It's very wisdom minded. And so this is in your environment. So you have someone that is watching over you, protecting you. This can be a boss. This can be, a husband, a brother, an uncle, someone in your environment is protecting you, watching over you, watching and making sure that everything continues to be okay for you financially. Your health is good. Everything's working out in your job. You're getting the opportunities that you need to get. This King of Pentacles in your environment gives me a very safe feeling for you. You're being protected. Your internal energy, how you feel about that is a little, look at this, is a little antagonistic, is a little bit maybe argumentative. Um, Five of Wands is kind of egoic, mostly. It's egoic. Maybe you are feeling a little bit high and mighty. I don't know, like you're above people, and there's just this argumentative energy here. I don't know why. I don't know who you're arguing with. I don't know who you could be fighting with. That's going to be up to whoever this applies to. But your internal feeling is either I'm at war with myself or I'm at war with other people. I'm having these conflicts. I'm arguing. It's really a matter of, it's kind of childlike of we don't see eye to eye. We're not seeing eye to eye with people, but it's in your internal energy. So it really makes me feel like, are you sometimes at war with yourself? Which is kind of going back to the beginning of the spread where I said, maybe for the first time in your life, you're taking time to ask yourself important questions like, what do you want? What do you need? What's going to make you happy? And then there's this opposite energy of, you just want to fight with yourself. You just want to fight with other people. You don't feel peaceful in this internal energy. And maybe that's just for a moment, or maybe that's gonna be something you have to battle in the month of April. So just heads up. Your hopes and your fears is the Queen of Wands. And another queen, more feminine energy, and this time it's fire. This is the feminine fire, and this is the receiving version. The queen is receiving, the king is giving. The queen is very beautiful, very sexy, very alluring, smells good, looks good, talks good. You want to follow this queen wherever they go. And I really feel like this is in your hopes and your fears. You absolutely want to be this, but you're also a little bit afraid of this. What does that mean if I am sexy and intoxicating to people? Is that going to put me in a position of having to give all the time, and then I will have to get my boundaries in order, which is, you've got boundaries in mind. Queen of Swords is very clear with her boundaries. The Queen of Wands, however, is a little bit more about, popularity and everybody being her biggest fan, fanning the flames. She's fire. So just beautiful, charismatic, good at speaking, good at leading people. But this is in your hopes and fears. So it's just making me want to ask you is, are you hoping for this? And are you also simultaneously afraid of being very popular and very wanted and very open to everybody? So there might even be a reason for, conflict within yourself, internal conflict, because do you want to go out and put yourself out there, or do you want to stay huddled up in your small little environment? So it's going to maybe be a little bit of a pros and cons of either one. Your future outcome, final outcome, is the Seven of Wands. Now this is Leo energy, this is fire energy, and this is your final outcome. And do you know what this is, plain and simple? Boundaries. Your final outcome has you putting down firm, clear boundaries, saying to everybody who's, caught in a whiff of you, Scorpio, saying, whoa, I like you, I think you're great, but whoa, you're going to need to back up. You're going to need to back off. And that's exactly this Queen of Swords. You know, you can come talk to me, but you can only talk to me this way. I'm not going to go on dates with you. We work together. I'm not going to be available for this, that, and the other thing. I'm putting my boundaries down, and I'm being very clear about that. And so the wisest move to make is don't push the issue with Scorpio this month. Laying down clear, firm boundaries. Scorpio, this is your reading. Please remember, I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and I'm available for personal readings. If you're interested, my email address will be found down below. You can reach out to me and we can talk about details moving forward with that. Until we meet again, be blessed and be well.